What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be doing some maintenance stuff on the E46 here. Spark plugs, oil change, cabin filter, switching a couple of those things out, getting it nice and ready to make it a daily. I got a package here from FCP Euro. Open the top here. So we got some liquid moly, 1060. We got a new oil filter. We got spark plugs, NGKs. These are the, there you go. There we go, 7415. You got a new fuel filter. Be doing that. So, we'll see how much time we have. This doesn't seem like it's very hard to do. I can probably knock it out today. I only have a couple hours to do all this. Drain plug that I just took off. Oil's still draining a little bit. This doesn't look like the stock one at all to me. Let me know in the comments, but I think BMW's is actually like an Allen head, not this bolt. They do have a crush washer on there, so I'll be removing it and putting this one back on, or this new one on, and plugging it back up, just letting the oil drain as much as possible. I also like to put a little bit of fresh oil into the motor as it's draining, so just to make sure you get all the particles out. Went ahead and put a little bit of liquid moly 1060 down there just to get that extra flush, and the oil is coming out nice and clean down there. So put a drain plug on pretty soon.
So it actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. It's not super huge.
To the spark plugs, so I'll be taking this cover off and see what it looks like under there. Took off the strut bar, took off the valve cover.
Well, the passenger door. The passenger.
I took off 2 coils. They look pretty good. They don't look that old. They're not brittle or anything. So these have been swapped out at one point. So I'm expecting the plugs to have been swapped out too. So let's see what I was able to remove number 1 here. They don't look worn out. So just a cheap thing that you can do to make sure your car runs tip top. Just swap them out. Doesn't hurt. This was about $60 worth. For new spark plugs, about 10 bucks each. So this is the new one. Comparing this one to the old one. Same part number. Just more used and abused. So I'll drop this one in. Unfortunately, I don't have the other little piece. I hate dropping them in, but we should be fine. So I ended up taking this off. I needed to reach back spark plugs. It wasn't too hard, honestly. I got an extension with the 5/8 socket. It's perfect on the plug there. I took off 2. There we go. Okay, so this is what the other ones look like as well. No oil that I can see. If I'm missing something, please let me know in the comments about these plugs, but they look pretty good to me. So I'm gonna put the other ones on.
Look at what's going on because you understand my person that you genuinely want to learn. If that would have happened before, in a real way, not coming in, because a lot of people get the shit fucked up. You can't come in one day and think that the child's gonna be okay, give some good words. If you gotta go to the house, you might get it, bro. You know, give yourself season. Don't burn out. I've seen that shit too before. I did this for it. But no, bro, if someone would have been there, I think I would have.
When he was in high school, after he got out of juvenile court, I think he was a junior high school, the wrestling coach asked him, you stay at fellow? And we're gonna put you in wrestling, because this guy, he's beating people up, and guys, the county. Alright, put everything back together. Engine bays looking all good and solid. This is the old cabin filter. We have a new one here. I'm gonna be putting that on. And then
fuel filter, and we're good. Well, the next things I'm gonna do here is the fuel filter. I went ahead and took off all the covers that we have here for the filter itself. So I'm gonna be swapping that out. Before I do that, I'm gonna cycle the car a couple of times, make sure to get as much fuel out as I can. I took down the glove box and took out fuse number 54, and that controls the fuel pump. So if I cycle it, it shouldn't turn on, and if it turns on, it'll only be for just a little bit. No fuel, that's good. Nice. All right, so here's the fuel filter. I was actually able to crack it open. Now I'm gonna work on taking this bolt off and then unclipping this side and sliding this new one on. All right, so I was able to switch out the fuel filter, new one here. All bolted on, clipped on here. This is nice and tight. Got a new crush washer on there as well. Notice one small thing with this car. That is, it looks like a rear main seal. It might be leaking a little bit. It doesn't look too bad. I see a drop right on the bolt there. This looks like it's just from the drain plug, I'm guessing, just weeping. But it's not an active leak, so it's gonna have to be taken care of eventually. So put the cars back on and we'll be done. All right, guys, so finished up. Oil change, spark plugs, cabin filter. Also did the fuel filter. That's taken care of. Making sure there's no tools, there's no extra bolts. Here's a little 10. Always a 10 missing. The socket. But anyways, everything looks good here. Everything looks solid. I saw one small leak, like I said earlier, and that was from the rear main seal. But other than that, it's pretty solid. I'm really happy with this purchase, so keep doing more maintenance. I'm gonna get it started right now and take it for a ride. So I will cycle this a couple of times, prime the fuel pump, because we basically emptied it out all the way. Did it about 3 times. There it goes. Let it idle for a little bit, check for leaks, and should be good.